Court is calling 2025 CR 010462.
Hold on, this is the moment everything flips. The judge was ready to defer adjudication, which is basically a second chance, but then the child comes into the picture that instantly raises the stakes. Now, it's not just about a felony, it's about parenting, responsibility, and risk, and when a child is involved.
State versus Cami Lynn Lumpkin. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galley for the state.
James Turchi from Ms. Lumpkin's judge.
And are you Miss Lumpkin?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Lumpkins, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lumpkins, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
No contest, Your Honor.
No. My question is, did you intend to give up those rights that I just mentioned to you? Do you understand those rights?
Listen carefully to what the judge just said. This is huge. Even if there's a plea deal, the court is not bound to follow it. That means everything the defendant thinks is agreed could still change in seconds, and that's the pressure of the courtroom. Nothing is guaranteed until the judge says it is.
Are you asking the court to allow you to enter into a plea bargain agreement with the state?
Yes.
Do you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Lumpkins, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering into this plea bargain agreement, you will be deported, denied re-entry, and naturalization. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration 2025 PF 25148, 2025 AL 006849. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution.
Now we're seeing the conditions stack up: community service, parenting classes, no contact orders. This isn't just punishment. This is control over her lifestyle moving forward. And notice that no contact condition that usually signals there's another person involved who made the situation worse. So
No contact with
Ziamara.
Ziamara,
Perales.
Xiomara, Perales, life skills course, parenting classes, and prohibited possession of firearms. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
court does not have to follow those recommendations.
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
No contest.
State any evidence?
State one.
Thank you. State you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just a couple things, obviously, that the court follow the agreement. I don't believe Ms. Lumpkins has any history prior to. She does have a minor dependent, Judge. I know that there's a fine, and I should have mentioned this earlier. She's not employed. She does care for the 3-year-old dependent. Perhaps help her with her fine. And she took a parenting class already while in custody. Just wanted to make you aware.
All right. So, you have a 3-year-old dependent?
Yes, ma'am. But I signed over my degree rights to my mother.
And I'm assuming Child Protective Services is involved?
They were involved. They closed the case as soon as I signed it.
All right. So, I'm telling you all, what's the child's name?
Roman Lumpkins, RHOMEN LUMPKIN. And his other name is Connor, CONNER.
So, it's Roman Connor Lumpkins? All right. So, it appears to the court that the only reason why Child Protective Services is not in her life is because she signed over rights to her mom. So I'm not going to do this thing where you signed over your rights to your mom and then you go back and say, let me take my child back. Oh, well, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen with conditions. So when's the last time you had employment?
Last time I had employment was about 6 months before I got incarcerated. I was going to do plasma to help get to my benefits and as well as giving my son clothes and food.
All right. What benefits?
And Medicaid for him.
All right. So then you didn't have employment. What was your employment?
I let them know that I was just starting a new plasma and I would get $60
Okay. Technically that's not employment. So when's the last time
6 months before I got incarcerated.
doing what?
I was working at Babes of Fashions restaurant.
I always see that restaurant. I've never gone in and tried it because usually I'm passing by.
Kids, you free.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me bring out my pigtails. Going to school.
I really want to put grade.
All right. Why?
I was never really involved with school. I was always just running around doing a little, sort of doing education. I was running them off.
So what are your plans? Because you have a child.
My plan is to get a GED and show him that his mom can come around from the state and better herself.
All right. So you're going to have to reside somewhere other than your mom's.
I don't have anywhere else.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not, at this point in time, I can't trust you with your child at this point in time. I mean, it's a no-go for the court. This is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine. That will be probated. Court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Ms. Abrams, the parenting classes at the jail is not going to count towards her parenting classes. Once parenting classes are completed, 50 hours will be deemed satisfied. The other 50 hours will be deemed satisfied if she obtains her GED. If for some reason you're unable to obtain your GED, then you're going to have to do those 50 hours. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be no residing and household with minors. There's to be no contact with Xiomara Perales, course. Take into consideration 2025 PF 25148, 2025 AL 006849. The following will be done in custody. There should be a referral to felony drug court and a TAP evaluation. If not accepted in felony drug court, then follow TAP recommendations and field visits one time per month until further notice, or that can change if she's accepted in felony drug court because they will do their own field visits.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
How many months?
Until further notice. All right, Ms. Abrams, is there anything else? Thank you. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And what I can tell you, because you don't have custody of your child is not with you, so those benefits should stop for you. Did you read the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. That 3-year-old can't even fend for themselves. That 3-year-old is 100% dependent upon you. And what did you do? You drove in a vehicle that was stolen with this Perales person. And then not only that, you all are doing drugs in the car. There's drugs in the car. And let me just tell you, meth stinks to high heaven. We had a case in this courtroom where someone brought in meth, and it took us forever to get that sent out of the courtroom. And you driving around with a 3-year-old, impacting their brain cells with meth and marijuana in the car.
My defense. She didn't let me know if the car was stolen.
There's no defense. There's no defense to driving around in a vehicle. And let's say you didn't know it was stolen. You had meth in your bag. She's driving away with drugs. You can't tell me that you don't know people you hang around with. How long had you known her?
I don't know, for 8 years.
All right, so you've known her for 8 years. So number one, you know what type of person she is. You've known her for 8 years. And if you were to tell me it was a complete stranger, then I'll be asking you, why are you getting in a vehicle with a complete stranger when you have a 3-year-old? If you want to put your life at risk, then go for it. But you're putting that child's life at risk by doing that. And signing over your rights to your mom, I already know that's the easy way out. And what ends up happening, people are in CPS court, and you know what they do? You sign their rights over to a relative, CPS gets out of their life, and then guess what they do? They go back to that relative, and then they have that child again. Not in this court. Good luck to you. Who's next?